Skies low 41. Sunny and 71 on Saturday. For Sunday, slight chance for showers and thunderstorms early, then mostly sunny with a high 73. Chance of showers and thunderstorms on Monday, high 70. And for Tuesday, sunshine, high 61. Overnight low 35. Yesterday's high was 61. Currently 93% humidity. Winds are calm. Pressure at 30.05. Right now, we've got sunshine and 38 at the WFIW studios east of Fairfield.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Mark Turner over there, Mike Dreeth here, our good friend. Oh my gosh, over the decades.
And colleague.
Yes, that's not spelled like college. It's got a U and E in there. I'm just letting you know that.
Thank
that
you.
I know how to
Are
spell.
You a wordsmith now?
No, not today. I messed up so many words, and I've got a ghostwriter that calls me and tells me when I misspell something that's on the website, and I've been messing it up. Yeah, Dave Riggs here. Dave,
good morning,
glad
guys.
for you to be here. You're always sartorially correct. He always makes us look like bums on the YouTube channel because he's wearing a suit all the time.
He's dressed to the nines.
No, I don't wear a suit all the
Well,
time.
he's-
Just when I've got a funeral to work. And you guys, somehow, someway, always schedule me to be here on morning coffee when I've got to go directly from here to a funeral.
That's why you're always so jolly.
We planned that with Jimmy Taylor.
Is that right? You and Jimmy work together on
we
that.
do.
I always wear black when you're here because
Well, yeah, but that's a mule's color.
It
it's
is.
also the lion's
boy,
color.
okay. So let me just say this:
Okay.
you have a theory about tonight's football game because you've seen,
Oh, I've seen them. Yeah, I've seen both teams.
and your theory is go ahead and spout it.
Yeah.
You and I are gonna beat on him on it, but go ahead, spout your theory.
My theory is that the Mules are going to be up at least 40-0 before the end of the first quarter, and if your head coach, Mr. Townsend, plays those starters more than one series of plays, he's making a big risk.
Well, maybe he is, but I'm telling you, it's senior night.
Well, I know
It's
that's
senior
why
night.
I wouldn't even play him if it wasn't for senior night.
I'd put my foot on the accelerator until I got to 40, then I'd take him out.
No,
Wouldn't
you're
you?
taking too big a
I would.
risk.
That's what's going to
I
happen.
would.
That's
I
what's
mean,
that's what's going to happen.
You keep the foot on the gas. When you hit 40, boom. You call
Okay.
timeout. And
So, we're 2-1 here, buddy. We take
Okay,
it.
well,
send the
okay.
utility guys in.
Okay, so tomorrow, if you win 40-0 and one of your star players got injured and can't play the rest of the season, was it worth it? Was it worth it?
They could get hurt running out onto the field.
Exactly. I wouldn't even dress your starters tonight.
Oh, you've got to on senior night, Dave.
Well, okay,
Yeah,
so dress them and play them one series of downs. Put your second. I know that's not a nice word to some people, but play your second stringers
your
the rest of the game.
Your reserves.
I'm telling you guys, you've got a playoff football team capable of winning the state championship based on what I've seen. And if one of you, Wyatt Gilbert, all right, one of the best running backs I've seen this year so far. All right. You're going to need him as the playoffs start. If he gets hurt tonight, was it worth it?
All right.
Was it worth it?
I think it's purely academic at this point because I know you and I know Turner. That's not going to happen.
No, it's not going to happen.
So, your opinion has been stated. And Dave Riggs' opinion does not necessarily reflect those of station management. Okay?
Okay.
All right. A couple things to mention. I wonder if somebody made the mistake of inviting Derek, our own Double D, to the Historical Society, which they were going to provide pulled pork last
I hope
night.
they got a lot of it.
Oh, that was a mistake.
That was a mistake. But you know what the topic was? It was the legend.
Really?
Dave Land was there talking about the radio station history.
Really?
Yeah.
I think that would have been an interesting.
I do too.
Yeah.
I had functions that I was responsible for at Frontier Community College, and I went and watched some of the baseball game.
Mm-hmm. I ended up over the VFW last night for cheeseburger night.
You the man.
I am the man. They asked me, how come you don't ever bring Dreeth with you? And then the next question was, did he really get a deer?
What do you mean, did he really get it? He's going to get another one this weekend. You just watch.
Oh, I saw a lot of dead deer along the road.
Well, I didn't run it over.
There's no tire tracks on that. On that thing mounted on your wall.
I have noticed that dent in the bed of your truck.
You know what? Let me tell you something. That's because I parked too close to the baseball field. I looked up. There was a foul ball. You know, I was parked over at the Bobcat Den.
Yeah.
Foul ball, and I could see it, and it was coming in.
And it hit you.
No, it didn't hit it.
You know, and speaking of food, pulled pork, and you know what today is, don't you?
No.
It's corn dog day.
Downtown?
Yeah.
I might come down and visit you.
yeah.
I might come
What are you
down
going
and
to put
visit
on
you.
it? Mustard?
Oh, mustard,
mustard,
guy.
yeah.
We got to
Oh,
put
yeah.
mustard. All right, other
It is
things.
corn dog.
Sunday are both our wives are tied up on Sunday.
They are. Not literally, but
No, we wouldn't do that to them. They're both going to be up in Flory.
What are they going to be doing?
FCC Foundation Fashion Show.
Yeah. So
Is that going to cost you guys a little bit there?
Well, if she sees something she likes.
Yeah,
Well, I don't think-
it's going
I'm
to
not sure
cost
that you
you
can-
then.
No, I mean, but she sees something, she's going to end up at Christie's place.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna pay for that.
Yeah, we talked about football night. You have an opinion about that?
Yeah. How about baseball? We've been talking about that already.
Yeah. I said
Cardinals.
this morning the people that had to go. I don't know how they're going to fill those spots.
I got a theory.
Well, you got another theory.
Yeah, I got another
Once again,
theory on
the opinions
Cardinals. Okay.
expressed by Dave Rigg do not necessarily reflect
Do not
those
necessarily, yeah.
amendments.
Okay. I cannot understand why they bring this Edmund kid up, and he can get at least one hit, if not two, every game, and our big stars are wearing the collar, 0 for 4. Okay. That doesn't make sense to me.
Because everybody's swinging for the fences. There's no when you get 10, 11, 12 strikeouts a game, it's because everybody's got a launch angle and they're trying to hit it over the wall instead of just hitting the ball.
I'll agree with that, but I've got another thing. What if we're getting too much technology fed into the brains of these hitters? I mean, what did Ted Williams say? See the ball, hit the ball.
He could see the seams on the ball. Ted Williams could.
Now, I know that Ted Williams was not facing 100-mile-per-hour fastballs. I know that. And he wasn't facing a shift. I don't think he was.
No, I don't think so.
But, I mean, he still made
Even
contact
then,
with the ball. He didn't strike
if
out.
They would have shifted on Ted Williams.
And
he would've
Stan
hit-
Musial, he didn't
They would have
strike
hit it
out.
where they ain't.
That's right.
They would have hit it down the right field line. By the way, yesterday my iPhone updated.
Was that good?
And everything's changed. Mine
It
did the other
changed
day.
everything. I couldn't find a couple of the apps that I use. They were put in different folders. They have different icons. Why do they do that?
I'm not that much on iPhones. I mean, I've got one, but it's, with your computer, you can control how updates.
I know you can.
Can you not do
deny
that
them.
on an iPhone?
And the missus does not update her phone, and I think that's a horrible mistake. But she doesn't worry about that sort of stuff. She's afraid if she updates, it's going to,
Wipe out stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
And she's probably right. Anyway, but that really bothered me yesterday. I couldn't find an app. I had to look all over. It took me
Well,
15
you were
minutes
probably
to find it.
lost for several hours.
I
Yeah.
was. Guess what I've got right here
Oh, my.
in my hand? Dave?
Bunk.
I've got bunk in my hands.
Ba 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 bucket of bunk. Ba 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 bucket of bunk.
Bucket up buns, the bucket up buns, oh bucket up bunk.
Tell it, brother.
You got me rocking and a rolling, rocking and a reeling for the buck.
Oh, well, I'll give you some bunk. This
I
is
hope
Chuck.
that doesn't go viral.
This is very, very popular on iTunes. Chuck Berry was born on this date back in 1926. His real name, Charles Edward Anderson Berry. He died at the age of 90. Now, this guy was a rascal, an unbelievable rascal.
From St. Louis.
From St. Louis. He helped pioneer rhythm and blues and turn it into the early rock and roll. In fact, he's called the father of rock and roll by many people. His hit in 1955 was Maybelline. That was the first big hit for him. Then he had Roll Over Beethoven in 56 and Johnny B. Good, of course. Johnny B. Good, popularized by Michael J. Fox and Back to the Future.
He recorded another song, but I can't tell you the title of it.
Well, I know it.
Yeah,
You know it.
Oh,
can-
I sure do.
Starts with the word "my."
We can
Yes.
tell you the title of it.
Yeah.
It became popular
Rhymes
too.
with,
Yes, it did.
rhymes with
Sing along.
something you
Sing
do
along.
with a-
rhymes with ring-a-ding.
Yes,
Yeah,
it
there it
does. Yes, it does.
While he was in high school, he was convicted of armed robbery. And he was held for 3 years between 1944 and 1947.
He was perfecting his sound.
That
Yes,
was a
he was.
unique guitar he played too.
It was, and he was a wonderful performer.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
he was.
great performer.
He got his break after meeting Muddy Waters in Chicago. Now, there were other problems.
Oh, he had a lot of issues. He had a lot of baggage, let me tell you.
Besides the armed robbery, he was convicted of transporting, and this was an unfortunate mistake on his part, but transporting a 14-year-old girl across state lines.
I didn't know she was 14.
No,
She
Oh,
told
no,
me she
no.
was 19.
She lied to me.
She wanted to go to her mama's house, and
Yes.
I took her to her mama's house.
Yes.
So that was a problem. He was in jail for a year on that.
Oh boy.
Now, the last problem he had was there at his restaurant.
Blueberry Hill down there in St. Louis.
Yeah, he installed a camera in the ladies' bathroom stall.
Well, you know, he didn't want anybody stealing the toilet paper.
Okay.
More than 8 squares, you're busted.
That was his excuse. He didn't want anybody to steal the toilet paper.
Chuck Berry, come on, man. I don't know what well, of course, he was like he was in his 80s when that went
Yeah.
down. So, I mean,
Dirty old man, I'd say.
I would say that's
Yeah.
a pretty good description for
Yeah.
Chuck Berry.
Yeah.
So he's,
But, you know, and here's the deal, okay? If you're going to put a camera up somewhere to watch women, why would you put it in the bathroom?
well,
That doesn't,
it doesn't make
that
sense to
doesn't
me
do
either.
anything for me.
No.
No.
Yeah, obviously did something for Chuck.
But anybody who would put a camera in the first place doesn't
Yeah,
have all the
that's
screws
true.
in the right place.
No. Chuck Berry, Charles Edward Anderson Berry.
Great performer, though.
Died in 2017.
Yep.
Okay. George C. Scott. All my birthdays today, they're not with us. They're ghosts.
Really?
George C. Scott. Died in
Tremendous actor.
1999 at the age of 71. Yes. Now, okay, so let's run through the roles.
Yep.
Patton.
Yeah, General George Patton was he became the definitive Patton.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, he
Yes,
did.
I mean, a lot of people can't distinguish between the real Patton and him by virtue of the fact that he was so effective. Dr. Strangelove, he was in that movie, a huge hit in the 60s. He played the most effective Scrooge that I've ever seen.
I agree, 100%.
Oh, yeah,
in
that
the
was
Christmas
good.
Carol,
That was good.
1984.
I was
Yeah.
going to miss that one. I was going to mention that.
Got to
That's
watch that
really
every
good.
Christmas.
Did you know that he graduated from the University of Missouri?
Did not know that.
A bachelor's in 1953. He's the first actor to refuse the Academy Award he did for Patton in 1970.
I remember that.
He said ahead of time, I'm not coming.
Yeah.
And they went ahead and gave it to him anyway. He was a Marine,
Yep.
a U.S. Marine from 1945 to 1948, post-World War II. He was assigned to Washington, D.C., and primarily his duty was as an honor guard at Arlington National Cemetery.
Oh, have you ever seen that movie about the Army unit that does work at
No.
Arlington? That is a tremendous movie.
No, I think that
I can't
if you
remember the
don't-
title of it.
For me, and I know this is, it sounds strange, but my 3 or 4 trips to Washington, D.C., I go every time to Arlington.
Yeah, I've
I
been
think
there.
Arlington is one of the most impressive
It is.
places that I've ever been.
It is.
Good morning. You're on Morning Coffee.
Yeah, you guys were talking about Chuck Berry. You forgot to mention that he revitalized the Del Mar Loop.
Yes, he did down at U City.
Yes, he did.
You better
He and
believe
his
it.
partner,
Thank
they
you
poured
very
a lot of money into that.
They sure did.
All
Yeah,
right.
you got to give them the good with the bad. There's
Yep.
no doubt about that.
Thanks for the call.
Thank you very much. Yes. Give him credit. He was also, he was married 5 times, George C. Scott. 5 times.
5.
Yeah, he
Really?
made the same woman twice.
Okay.
So he was really 4 women.
5 wives.
Five wives. 7 kids. And some of those weren't with the 5.
Aha!
Okay.
George got around.
Yeah, I'd
He
say.
sure did. Keith Jackson. Born on this date in 1928. Okay, give me the catchphrases. Where the Whoa, Nelly!
Oh,
Yeah, whoa, Nelly.
Okay.
How about fumble and hold the phone? Those are three of his catchphrases.
Okay.
Okay.
He was, of course, a college football broadcaster. 1952 to 2006 for ABC. Now, people say that he had a voice that was to college football what Edward R. Murrow's voice was to
I would
war.
agree with that.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
He was also a
probably
Marine.
the best. I think the best college
Distinctive.
football announcer.
Obviously distinctive.
Yeah,
He
I
was-
don't know. Jack Buck was good in football.
Oh, well, yes. But I'm talking about when you say college football,
You think Keith Jackson?
Yeah, true.
Marine Corps, 1946 to 50, the same period of time as George C. Scott. A lot of Marines
Yeah.
here. He was the only surviving child in his family. They listened to radio, sports, lots of sports on the radio. He attended Washington State University on the GI Bill, the same way that Scott had the GI Bill at Mizzou.
Uh-huh.
And he is credited with calling the Rose Bowl the granddaddy of them all. And also, Michigan Stadium, he was the one that put the moniker on it,
The big house.
and he gets credit for that.
I don't think I have a key phrase in 52 years of broadcasting sports. Have you got one, Mark, that you can think of that you use all the time?
I'm trying to think, because I listen to Mark all the time. I'm trying to think one that you use.
What really comes to mind is,
Well, I tend to use that too much also.
no, I don't think I do. I don't think
I do
You know,
either.
I mean,
I had one in football when I did high school football. I did
Yeah.
quite a bit of it back, way back. If someone got behind the defenders,
yeah.
I would say, 40, 35, goodbye. That was my football.
That was your
football.
catchphrase?
Yes.
You know what irritates me is someone to use that phrase, he lost the handle on the football.
There's no handle on
There's
football.
no handle on a
Yeah.
football.
There's not.
Stan David's famous one was booyah.
Oh, yeah.
He'd hit that. He'd do that for the 3-point shot.
Yeah.
Here on this
Booyah.
radar. Booyah. And that meant one of the mules that hit a 3-pointer. In history, October 18th, in 1767, they determined the Mason-Dixon line.
What year was that?
1767.
Okay.
That's way back.
It is.
That was between Maryland and Pennsylvania. I thought it stretched all the way to southern Illinois, didn't it? I mean, if the Mason-Dixon line was the line between the North and the South, it must not have been that. But that's what I always thought in history.
Yeah, I always thought the Mason-Dixon line went from about, the Marion-Carbondale area.
Yeah,
and
me
then
too.
Directly
So-
east and west.
Well, maybe somebody can
You know,
help us
not
with that.
everybody up here in this part of the state of Illinois were pro-union.
Oh, no.
No, there were
No,
some
that's,
union.
that's why I say
They-
basically south of Marion-Carbondale, maybe even south of Mount Vernon. There were a lot of
There was a lot of consternation in the Marion area. General John
John A. Logan.
A. Logan had a huge speech, 8,000 people in Marion, to pull them over to the Union side before
Yeah.
he became a general.
Yeah.
And that's probably why he became a general, because he pulled some of them
Yes,
over.
he sure did. But there were a lot of Southern sympathizers
Yeah,
in Southern
there were.
Illinois. 1943, the first broadcast of Perry Mason on radio, CBS
One of my
radio.
favorite TV programs.
Me too.
I've got all of them on DVD.
Did he ever lose?
Huh?
Hamilton Burger.
Yes, he did. He did lose one.
And Hamilton Burger got
But then
murdered.
he eventually...
How did Hamilton Burger keep his job? He lost almost every time
Yeah, I
to
don't
Perry
know. I
Mason.
mean,
Yeah.
50. There's your catchphrase. Connie Mack announced that he was going to retire after 50 seasons as the manager of the Philadelphia Athletics.
Did not wear a uniform either.
No, he didn't. A suit.
or a
Yeah.
suit and tie, yeah.
Just like this.
There you
Just
go.
like
You
this.
could have been a manager.
I could have
56, NFL Commissioner Burt Bell disallowed the use of radio-equipped helmets by quarterbacks.
They're using them again,
Cornerbacks
aren't
or
they?
quarterbacks?
Quarterbacks.
They're using them again, aren't they?
Yes, they
Yeah,
are.
they are.
Yeah.
Certainly are.
Yeah.
58, the first computer-arranged marriage took place on Art Linkletter's show. 58.
See, you guys nothing new that you've come up with.
No, we're
Linkletter
just-
was the first.
And you know what? Kids say the darndest things too. That's
Yeah,
what,
they do.
That's what
By
our
the
Did you
way-
ever watch that
by the
show?
way,
Sure, I did.
There's
I
a
did too.
new Kids Say the Darndest Things coming out.
Art's dead.
Not with Art.
Oh, somebody else.
Yeah.
No, I didn't know that.
Tiffany
Hey,
Haddish
there are no, I got to tell you something.
is going to be the hostess.
There are no original ideas in media.
No.
No.
All you do is rehash everything that's been
right.
done 50 years ago. On this date, 71, after 34 years, the final issue of Look magazine published. All the magazines have gone by the boards. There were two more this morning that I heard that
Family
that
Circle
bid it.
was one of them.
Yeah. In 77, on this date, Reggie Jackson tied Babe Ruth's record. I remember this game. He had 3 home runs. I remember watching that game. It was incredible. Mr. October. In music history, in 57, Paul McCartney made his debut appearance with the Quarrymen,
Yep.
which of course became the Beatles. And in 68, the new Yardbirds made their UK live performance debut at the Marquee Club. After that, the new Yardbirds became
Just the Yardbirds.
Led Zeppelin.
Oh, the Yellow
Really?
Zeppelin. Okay.
Yeah. In 69, the Jackson 5 made their U.S. television debut. I loved Tito, personally. It was
Did
my
you?
favorite.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was a Marlin fan.
Were you?
Yeah.
75, Simon and Garfunkel reunited on Saturday Night Live. I don't know why. And then 92, Lynn Anderson. Remember her, the country
Oh, yeah.
performer?
Yeah. Rose
I never,
Garden.
I never promised you a rose garden.
Yeah.
She was released from jail after serving 2 days in Nashville, Tennessee, for a contempt of court sentence for swearing in front of her children on October 18th.
Okay.
She didn't promise them a rose garden.
No,
either.
I guess not.
All right, our question of the day. Dave Rigg is our guest here. And I'm sure you're going to have an opinion about this. We had many people with an opinion. The question was, will movie theaters become obsolete? And we are going to tell you what our listeners and the people that listen to us and watch us on YouTube had to say about that on Morning Coffee after this break.
You know when you gotta be somewhere, it's like really urgent. You don't want to do it over the phone. Some things just can't be said with an LOL or an OMG. Some things just need to be done IRL. So you get in your Nissan Altima and drive. Feel the VC turbo engine instantly react to give you more power and efficiency, so you can get where you need to go.
Farming. It's genetics, what you're made of. It's agronomy, local knowledge and having the tools to put the right product in the right place. It's service, built on trust, grit, and determination. Because what it takes to make the best product is a lot like what it takes to make a farmer. Golden Harvest, rooted in genetics, agronomy, and service.
Grow with Golden Harvest Seed through the Golden Advantage program. 0% interest on extended terms. Contact your seed advisor today.
What's new with Slim Stations? The boot cut. Still the slim leg style with a slight flare. Perfect over your boots or mules. Seriously, stop by and try them on. The Infinity Stretch Charlie B on the Jag that slims, shapes, and flatters. Don't forget Carnaby's FCC Foundation Style Show this Sunday at Johnny and June. Starts at 2 p.m. Check out the Bobcat Athletics, Style and Blacks Fashion Flowers, Jim's Formal Wear Tuxedos. Individual tickets are still available at Carnaby Square for only $15. See you at the show.
Hey parents, ever find yourself digging for money to send with your kids but figure out you're out of cash? We're introducing the F&B Easy Card. It's a debit card that can help teach the responsibility of managing money and be easily managed with your own banking errands. The best part? You can set custom daily limits like $10 a day and use online and mobile banking to transfer between this account and any other F&B checking account you own. Interested in learning more? Give us a call for details at 842-2107. F&B, member FDIC.
Hi, this is Bill Stevens with another time capsule quiz. Which month and year was it when 65 million Americans watched the first Kennedy-Nixon debate?
When he says that the United States is second in space, what does this do to American prestige?
But I downgrade Mr. Nixon is the leadership the country's getting, not the country.
Wilma Rudolph sprinted to 3 gold medals at the Summer Olympics in Rome. Ted Williams retired from baseball with a bang.
Williams swings, and there's a long drive to deep right. That ball is gone, and it is gone. A home run for Ted Williams in his last time at bat in the major league.
we saw the first of My Three Sons and the Flintstones. And here's what was new on the radio.
Devil or angel, there are diamonds, pearls, a million to one.
Make me feel good, kiddo.
On the chain gang.
Pineapple princess, he calls me pineapple princess.
Well, what do you think? The answer and a twist of the top song from the month and year are coming up.
September 1960.
Kiss my heart.
Connie Francis and My Heart Has a Mind of Its Own, the top song of September 1960. This is Bill Stevens for tcapsule.com. Back soon with another Time Capsule.
There will be a public auction at the Integrity Auction Center, 1.3 miles west of Albion, this Thursday and Friday, October 17th and 18th, starting at 5:30 p.m. both nights. There'll be a variety of antiques and collectibles, furniture, coins, glassware, and more. This Friday and Saturday, 5:30 p.m. at Integrity Auction Center. For a complete listing, visit them online at integrityauction.net or call 445-2267. Integrity Realty and Auctions. Dustin Hawkins, auctioneer.
You can hear the crinkle here.
Wasn't me.
Hey, well, we got to get into the zebra cake issue here in a few minutes.
Yeah.
But
Yes, we
first,
did.
I want to remind you
Shall
before
I
we
show
get in-
one of them here on the
No,
camera?
show them the zebra cake that you got
Where's
there
my
during the
camera?
break.
Over there?
It's
Okay.
right here.
Okay, see there?
Yeah. If you're watching on YouTube, you'll see the zebra cake that's making the noise in the background that Dave's about to eat.
Yeah.
I want to remind you about the outdoor autumn vendor show at Steph's Coffee Shop down on East Street. I want to say East Main, but it's East Street in Mill Shoals. It's going to go on tomorrow between 9 and 4, and there's a lot of vendors, including Big Boy Catering's going to be there, as well as Sweet Tea and Jesus. So anyway, wanted to remind you about that.
Sweet Tea and Jesus.
Yeah, that's a company. They've got sweet tea and they've got other things that
John
they sell.
Julius.
Yes,
who's
he's the superintendent out at
Oh, John,
Jasper.
yeah, he used to be
His
athletic
wife.
director at Edwards County.
Yes, he was.
His wife
He's an
does that.
official.
Yep.
Basketball official. Yeah, I know John.
Yep.
Dr. Julius.
Dr. J.
Oh,
Dr.
that's
J.
right. He's
Yes,
doctor.
He's got a
now.
doctor now.
Yeah, but you don't
Not that that's
sling
important.
title around.
That's not that important.
Yeah.
Important, trust me. It doesn't mean anything in radio, I guarantee you that.
I can imagine.
Question of the day, will movie theaters become obsolete? We had 237 votes. 1,277 people looked at this. Where'd you come down on this, Turner?
I think they are becoming obsolete. That's why you see so many movie theaters now that have recliners.
Yes.
You can get adult beverages.
Yes.
Some you can even get food.
If you could only massage my feet, I think I'd be more interested. But nonetheless, and you're seeing some of the big movie theater chains go into streaming too,
Yes.
which is another sign. What do you think, Dave?
I think they will. Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, it's split down the middle.
It's going to be hard to find them.
Well, first of all, you and I live in two counties that don't have one.
Right.
So you got to make an effort to go to
Yeah.
Evansville, Mount Vernon. My wife missed a movie that she really wanted to see because it already blew through Mount Vernon.
I think there's still one at Princeton, Indiana.
If
Yes.
you want to see a movie, you gotta want to see a movie to be able to see a movie
Yeah.
anymore.
Go to
Well-
Evansville or Princeton, Indiana.
Interestingly enough, it was almost split directly down the middle. We had 120 yes votes saying they will become obsolete and 117 no. So it was
That's
almost
close.
split right down the middle. Beverly said, I hope not. As long as I'm around, I'm not too many movies fit for us to see out there, but the ones that have, I love. And that's the kind of the theme of these comments, Mike and Carol, and that's not the Drees here.
Okay.
Movies are made to be seen on the big screen. It does cost a couple of dimes, and it's nuts what popcorn costs. But a good movie in a good theater is worth the experience.
Depending on where.
Yes.
From what I went to a movie in Mount Vernon, Illinois, one time, and that was the most unruly bunch of people. I mean, the kids were, and nobody tried to say, "Hey, quiet down," you know.
There was nobody walking down the
No,
aisle,
nobody with a flashlight.
aisle with the strand
It
like
was
they used to
you
do.
could hardly hear the movies audio for the kids and the people talking. It was unruly.
I remember being at the Strand and having somebody come down to the middle aisle with a flashlight and tapping on a couple of kids and getting rid of them.
That's what happens when you go see Animal House.
You got to pick the better movie, Dave.
Okay.
Mark says they will dry up in the small towns.
Oh, yeah.
Well, they already have.
Dale said, bring back drive-ins.
I agree.
I'd do that,
Oh,
wouldn't
lots
you?
of time at the old drive-in.
Oh, this is great. Linda says, for older folks like myself, they're already dried up. Hollywood hasn't made a movie that I want to see in years. There's the point. There's nothing original that you got to go out of your way to be able to see. Now, I was telling you.
How many Batmans can you make?
Yeah.
Hey, remember the mosquito ring you'd set on fire, put it up
Oh,
on?
yeah.
Yeah, to keep the mosquitoes out. Remember
Yeah,
that thing?
I
Set it
remember
on the
that.
dash up there.
Got a phone call?
Yeah, good morning. You're on Morning Coffee.
Yeah, there is one function. There is one functioning drive-in in this movie, in this area. It's up between Newton and Oblong.
Yep,
Yes,
sure
that's
is.
right. I've gone by it a couple
Thanks
times.
for the call. Also one at Belleville, still.
Yeah, Belleville. Is there one in Litchfield? There was one
I
for
think
a
the
long
one in
period.
Litchfield's closed.
Is it? Really? Yeah, well. Well, anyway, there you go. So there's your question of the day. Lots of response. I thought it was a pretty good one. Not
Yeah, it
bad.
was. That
I'm going to
wasn't
take credit
bad.
for that one. All right. Well, I have a sad story. Oh, by the way, the zebra.
The zebra cake.
Here's the deal. The news fella went into town.
Mm-hmm.
He went into a convenience store just in the last few minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And what he wants to know is why the zebra cakes, which Dave has in
You
his
get
hand.
5 of them. 5 double.
You get double
zebra cakes. You
So
get
there's
10.
So
10
there's,
of them.
there's 5 packs.
There's zebra
10
cakes,
in all.
10 in all, and they cost less than a Reese's peanut butter cup.
The king size.
The
one.
king size.
Yeah.
How's that happen? I want to know. How does that happen? But here, he was nice. He shared.
Yes, he did.
He was here.
I want to point it out. Would
Thank you
please,
very much, Jeff.
For the record, would you point out that I passed?
Yeah, you did.
You
if Carol is
did,
listening,
you did pass.
he declined.
All right. I just wanted to make sure. I don't tell anybody. But when I was at the Frontier game last night, I had a pork burger.
That's off your list?
we just don't talk about it. We don't want to give away what we do when we're outside the prying eyes of our mate.
Well, how come pork burgers are off your list?
Well, you got to be careful. It's the Carol diet. You only put in her mouth what she tells you in the way of food.
My goodness.
Okay.
I'm glad I'm single.
And talking about that, I saw a Facebook post by you.
Yeah.
You took yourself off the market. Yes?
No, not completely. Not completely.
Yeah, I'm ready to do the ceremony. Go ahead.
Yeah. Good morning. You're on Morning Coffee.
Hello, Mr. Mark.
Hey, how's it
Hey,
going?
it's been a while, buddy.
For Mr. Dave, he's there with you.
Yes, the voice, the Hall of Fame voice of the Edwards County Lions.
First of all, did you read that poem that I did for you?
No, where was?
I've got it. I didn't.
Oh, I haven't
he
seen
hasn't
it.
been here.
Okay.
I haven't seen it.
And the other, Dave, can you remember the very first high school football broadcast, who the two teams was and like who won and so forth?
You remember your very first high school?
My first?
Yes, that's what he
Oh,
started
yes, yes. It was a classic.
Where?
It was you mean by myself, doing the play-by-play.
You're doing the play-by-play, yeah.
I started with Tommy Strop, fresh out of high school.
Did they have helmets?
Yeah, they had helmets.
They were leather.
But see, Tommy Strop was I started at Mount Carmel doing Mount Carmel Aces football, okay? And so I started as the color commentator with Tommy Strop doing play-by-play. Third game of the season, he has a heart attack.
That's terrible.
And the station manager asked me to take over, okay?
Did you have a heart attack during the game?
No, over the weekend. So I find out Monday morning I'm the play-by-play voice of the Aces. So the next week then, we're playing at Salem, okay? So I and the radio professor head for Salem to do the broadcast. On the way, we run into fog. It is so thick that by the time we get there, the game has already started. So we get the equipment set up, and all this time I'm busy working, setting up the equipment. I haven't even looked out on the field yet. So we get hooked up with the radio station back in Mount Carmel. We get ready to start, and I look out on the field, and the fog is so thick you can only see halfway across the field. Can you imagine trying to call play-by-play?
And they played the game?
Yes, they were playing the game. And
I'd be running into the fog.
They were. And then, they'd punt the football, and you'd see the punt returner back there, and all he could do was stand back there and wait to listen to hear the ball
thud.
bounce.
Wow.
Can you imagine trying to play your first time of being responsible to do the play-by-play?
Thank
you,
him
Gary.
for being here. Turner was telling me the other night had such a difficulty during the pink out game, right?
Yeah.
Was it pink?
Yeah, the pink uniforms that Edwards County was wearing.
Yeah, with the white jersey,
with the
white numbers.
Yeah, they were pretty hard to pick up.
Yeah. Yeah, I have that every year with the opposing team. Now, of course, I know the Edwards County girls. It wouldn't make any difference, if they were wearing camouflage, but which I understand is kind of funny.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
By the way, back for a moment. You got away with that. Are you on the market or off the market? I want to know.
Well, what I said was, if the Lord supplies, okay.
We're back in business, Turner. We're still out there.
You guys got to have a good relationship with the Lord now.
Yeah, that's what we're beating.
What I was saying was,
we're beating the bushes for Jesus right now for you, buddy. Right now.
All right.
I want you to know that.
Okay.
All right, Megyn Kelly. Remember when we were negotiating with her after she lost her job with NBC last year?
She turned us down.
I think there's still an opportunity.
Really?
She seems to be attempting a comeback now. Just as
maybe it can be right here.
Well, we offered her the third chair. Now you wouldn't be here.
Yeah,
I'm just saying we offered her the third chair.
Okay.
We called it the Megyn chair for a while.
Yep.
But she didn't seem to think that
wasn't enough, huh?
It came down to
we gave her a throne, a white throne.
Yeah, it came down to I offered her lunch every day at Taco Tierra. Mm-hmm. How do you pass up the crushed ice?
I know.
And I threw in, I went a little above minimum wage. Okay, I'm just going to say I'm sorry to those people around here that, don't make much more than that.
Yeah.
But I negotiated in good, and she didn't. When she said she might come back on Tucker Carlson's show this week in her segment, she didn't mention us. Mm-hmm. So I'm a little worried.
Maybe Carol had something to do with that.
Well.
Is she a jealous type person?
No, she's not. She knows
she just trusts you implicitly.
Well, she knows for me that Megyn Kelly is unattainable.
Okay.
All right. Bob Kingsley, remember that voice?
Oh, yeah.
America's Country Countdown.
Yeah, he died yesterday.
Really?
Yes. Died at his home in Weatherford, Texas, at the age of 80.
The countdown ended.
The executive producer and star. I wonder if you're going to have the same problems with him that they had with Casey Kasem. Have they ever buried Casey?
I think he's buried in France somewhere. Over in Europe somewhere.
His kids trying to dig him up and bring him home, aren't they?
Yeah, they're trying to.
Well, anyway, Bob Kingsley, I just hope they plant him there in Texas and he's just fine, okay? Mm-hmm. Country's Top 40, as well as the nationally syndicated American Country Countdown. Mm-hmm. Kingsley was a member of both the Country Music Hall of Fame and the National Radio Hall of Fame. He had a very distinctive voice. He was in the business for 60 years. He was almost as much as you, Rick.
Just about.
Almost. Lady Gaga fans wondering if the artist is all right after she fell off the stage during a performance in Las Vegas on last night.
Ooh.
A man Lady Gaga invited to join her on stage picked her up, and she wrapped her legs around him in a moment before he lost his footing, and they both fell off the stage.
Man.
I hate when that happens, don't you?
Yeah.
She appeared to hit the floor before her fan did.
Did her fan land
Her
on
what?
her?
No, she.
Oh,
hit
the fan.
floor.
The
guy that she
person
wrapped her
the
legs
guy,
around.
okay.
I know, but then did the fan fall on top of her when he fell?
The show must go on. That's all I know.
Yeah.
Man.
It was at the MGM Grand. She was performing. She's a resident there. She performs there every night.
She just lives there.
She does. Chicago is now, speaking of Vegas,
Yeah.
the band Chicago. I watched a whole interview, the big interview with Dan Rather.
Yeah.
He interviewed two of the members of the band Chicago. And I love Chicago. We saw them in Marion. Oh, no, Paducah.
Ah.
What a wall of sound. That brass is so
Love
unbelievably
a
good.
band with a horn section.
Oh, these guys were and are the best, and they were so creative in the naming of their albums.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
A lot of thinking
6.
went into that, huh?
Anyway, they'll be making their return to Las Vegas starting next year. They announced on Wednesday that they'll play a new 8-show Las Vegas residency at the Venetian Theater in 2020 from February 28th through March 14th. This follows the band's new holiday album called Chicago Christmas. They've changed the way they did this.
Chicago Christmas 1.
Which came out last week. Boy, they had a big deal with Tamron Hall. You know who I'm talking about?
I have no clue.
Tamron Hall was on the Today Show. She's the one that followed Megan on the Today Show. Now she's got her own show.
Usually I'm a little tied up about that time.
Yes, you are. You're working.
I'm a little busy that time of morning.
You are. She's about 50 years old now. She went on the air yesterday and admitted that she facilitated the selling of cocaine with her college boyfriend when she was in college.
Mm-hmm.
Probably not a good thing to do.
No,
probably not.
No, I mean the production insiders said that the people that are running the show on the show got really upset. She says, you can't hold me responsible. She's 48. She says I was 19 when I did that. Still probably not a very good idea.
No.
Got an interesting story. One key to a longer life, and this is a key. This is why I'm going to live forever.
Okay, I want to hear this.
Mark this down.
Okay.
The key to a longer life could be a quieter brain without too much neural activity. According to a new study that examined post-mortem brain tissue from extremely long-lived people for clues about what made them different from people who died in their 60s and 70s, okay? So we're looking at it this way.
All right.
Use it or lose it has dominated thinking on how to protect the aging brain. And extensive research shows there are many benefits to remaining physically and mentally active. But the study published by the journal Nature suggests more isn't always better. Excessive activity, at least at the level of brain cells, could be harmful. So stop thinking, Turner.
Okay.
I don't think that's the key.
You don't think so?
No.
Well, tell me what the key is. How much time do we have?
We're going to be taking a break here.
All right, but we got to hear this.
Yeah, we got to hear this.
Stay active.
Here's the key right here.
Yeah, well, that'll give you
Zebra cakes.
Zebra cakes.
No, I work in the funeral business, and I see a lot. Okay.
So you see a lot of dead bodies is what you're telling me.
Well, yes, but the worst thing a person can do is retire and sit.
I'm with you on that.
Yes.
I agree.
Yes.
See what I'm doing.
You will rust away quickly if you just retire and sit.
You see any rust on this arm here?
Nope.
No rust here.
And I'm going to be 71. You see any rust on me?
No, you're moving forward all the way. You're
All the
dressing
time.
well.
I'm more active now than I was back in my 50s.
Let me tell you something. This guy here, for a 70-year-old, he's a keeper. That's the reason why we're here today.
Yeah.
Promoting
All right.
Dave Rigg.
Yeah.
All right.
He's available.
All right.
We'll do the ceremony right here on these airwaves. We're waiting
got
for
it.
it. I'm looking forward to it. We got questions.
We
got
do.
trivia. What's
Johnny
the trivia?
Carson trivia.
Johnny Carson
All
trivia.
right. Number 1, 1949, Johnny Carson graduated from college.
Yes, I know where.
Where did he go to college?
I do know where.
Number 2, from 1957 to 1962, Johnny Carson worked on the game show Who Do You Trust?
Yes.
Where he met his announcer and sidekick, Ed McMahon.
Yes.
Which network aired that game show?
Okay, I think I know that.
1962, Johnny Carson began his long run as host of The Tonight Show. Who did he replace on The Tonight Show?
I know that.
I think
Yeah.
I do know that.
Number 4, Johnny Carson began most episodes of The Tonight Show with a humorous monologue about news stories and celebrity gossip of the day.
Right.
When the monologue was not funny, which tune did his band play?
Not sure about that.
All right.
Okay.
Number 5, on The Tonight Show, Johnny Carson often portrayed a turbaned soothsayer named
Yeah.
Carmack.
Yeah.
What was Carmack's full title?
Ooh,
I don't know.
All right.
I don't know that.
All right, Johnny frequently played a fast-talking, smooth-sounding host of the Tea Time movie. Who tried to con his listeners into buying shoddy merchandise?
You're talking about the name of that person.
The name of that
I got
person.
it. I got it.
All righty. Which man never worked in Johnny Carson's Tonight Show band?
Never worked.
Yep.
You're not going to give us multiple guess on that?
Multiple choice. I'll give you multiple choice on that.
That's good to know.
All right. Buddy Rich played this instrument professionally. Johnny Carson was an enthusiastic amateur of it. Which musical instrument are we referring to?
Okay. You know
Number
that too,
9.
don't you?
I think so.
Oh, okay.
1992, Johnny Carson decided to retire from the Tonight Show. Robin Williams and which singer were his final guests?
I know that.
Don't know that.
All righty. And number 10, Johnny Carson occasionally joked about the similarity of the first 3 wives' names, Joan, Joanne, and Joanna. Give us the name of his 4th wife. Doesn't start with a J.
No.
All right.
Oh, I wish I knew that. All right.
We'll
I got time
find
to
out.
think. Yes, we will. Thank you. We'll be doing that when we come back. Trivia answers right here on WFIW, WFIWradio.com. Morning Coffee.
It's time again for the Autumn Vendor Show at Steph's Coffee Shop in Mill Shoals. This Saturday, October 19th from 9 to 4. Come see 23 vendors. With the new vendors like Rookery's Nest Homemade Soaps, 10 Mayim Junkyard Art, The Primitives by Brian, Kelsey Signs, Amy's Lighted Wine Bottles, Food by Big Boy Catering, Sweet Tea and Jesus, Arlita and Jamie's Homemade Cinnamon Rolls. You can't go wrong. Steph's Coffee Shop's Autumn Vendor Show this Saturday, October 19th in Mill Shoals. See you there.
Small business is the backbone of our communities. It's a good feeling to know that one loan to a business benefits everyone in the community, not just that business. Hi, this is Matt Moore, commercial banker of People's National Bank in Fairfield. We pride ourselves on providing quality products and services to meet the banking needs for the people that work and live right here. Since 1909, our focus continues on you, our customers. People's National Bank, it's our people that make a difference. Since 1909, member FDIC.
Mules take on Vienna Goreville Friday in high school football, and we've got it for you on WFIW 104.9 and WFIWradio.com. Our broadcast about 6:45 p.m. Friday from the train yard. Mules football is brought to you by Fairfield Printing and Graphics, McDowell, Kinslow and Jessup LLC, Garmin Trucking, Fairfield Ready Mix, Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler, Carter Trucking, FNB Fairfield National Bank, and Wayne White Propane.
WFIW-FM and Ultra Products are bringing back the popular Show Us Your Rack promotion. Now through December 31st, upload pictures of you and your buck to the Show Us Your Rack page at WFIWradio.com. The first 25 photos uploaded will receive a free t-shirt from Ultra Products in Fairfield. On Friday, January 3rd, one lucky hunter will be drawn from all the entries and win a Carbon Express Pile Driver 390 crossbow valued at $400. Go to WFIWradio.com for complete details. Good luck, hunters.
And now, the top 5 reasons to drive for Bestway Express. Number 5, free health clinic. Number 4, paid holidays. Number 3, $1,800 annual safety bonus. Number 2, no hazmat, no jack stand moves, and higher mounted airlines for easier access. And the number 1 reason, you will be home daily. Bestway Express is now hiring for multiple home daily positions. Contact Bestway at 1-833-BESTWAY or bestwayexpress.com.
When there's no time to be sick, let SSM Health help you feel better faster. For just $25, you can consult an SSM Health provider online about most minor illnesses. Just answer a few questions, receive your treatment plan, and a prescription if needed. It's that easy. Virtual visits are available to everyone. No insurance is required. Start the healing from home at ssmhealth.com/virtual visit.
Hi,
Hi, y'all. I'm Nicole Jordan, and I own The Farmer's Daughter at 203 East Main Street in downtown Fairfield. We are well known for our line of formal dresses, but did you know we carry a large assortment of scrubs also? Stop on by if you need a new pair of scrubs. We carry Cherokee Infinity, Cherokee Workwear, Elle, Heart and Soul, Barco One, and Grey's Anatomy. We have inventory in store and can also order your specific scrubs. We also carry medical equipment such as stethoscopes. So come in and see us at The Farmer's Daughter, open 9 to 5 Tuesday through Friday and 9 to 3 on Saturday.
Radar Weather is sponsored by Conard Financial Group at 510 West Delaware in Fairfield, with securities offered through Raymond James. Conard Financial Group, investing in the community since 2003.
Before going on vacation, you need to know what to pack. Preparing for your financial future is similar. Without proper planning, you could very well be left out in the cold. I can offer you a variety of investment strategies designed for your specific needs. Call me, Chris Conard, at 842-7855, located at 510 West Delaware in Fairfield. Raymond James Financial Services, member FINRA, SIPC. Life well planned. Give us a like on Facebook.
Fairfield area weather forecast calling for sunshine today, high 66. Clear tonight, low 41. Sunny and 71 on Saturday. For Sunday, mostly sunny, then a 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms early, high 73. Chance of showers and thunderstorms on Monday, high 70. And for Tuesday, sunshine, high 61. Overnight low 35. Yesterday's high was 61. Currently, humidity at 89%. Winds are calm. Pressure at 29.95. Right now, we've got sunshine and 39 here at the WFIW studios east of Fairfield. Radar looks pretty good this morning as well. Nothing showing up anywhere in the state of Illinois in terms of precipitation.
$39.
39 right now.
39. That means it's going to be really cold in the tree tomorrow. By the way, sometime today, I've got to go out to Ultra Products. Go ahead and get involved and show us your rack. Give us a picture of you and your buck. I've got to go out there and get a new
I've already got my long underwear on.
All right.
All right. Go ahead.
You got to do it quick.
All right.
1949, Johnny Carson graduated from what college?
University of Nebraska.
Yes, sir.
Didn't know
you
that.
You have got it. 1957 to 1962, Johnny Carson worked on the game show Who Do You Trust? What network?
CBS. ABC?
ABC.
All right.
You got it. All right. Number 3, 1962, Johnny Carson took over for who as host of The Tonight Show?
Jack Parr.
Jack Parr.
Perfect. Thank you, Dave.
Got it. Johnny Carson began most episodes of The Tonight Show with the monologue. When the monologue was not funny, what tune
It was a dance
did
song.
the band play?
I don't know the name of it. I just know that.
T for two.
T for
T for two, okay.
And he would dance to it. Yes, he would.
Uh-huh.
T for two.
On The Tonight Show, Johnny Carson often portrayed a turbaned soothsayer named Carmack.
I thought it was Karnak.
Karnak. Give me
Karnak.
the full title.
The Magnificent?
Yeah.
Karnak the Magnificent.
Yes. Yes,
That
sir.
was great.
It was good. Good
It was
stuff.
a lot of fun
All
stuff.
righty. Johnny Carson played a fast-talking, smooth-sounding host of the Tea Time movie, who tried to con his listeners into buying shoddy merchandise.
Art Fern.
Art Fern, there you go.
And, of course, you had the matinee lady. That was Carol Wayne, and she was magnificent.
Multiple choice now. Which one of these men never worked in Johnny Carson's Tonight Show band?
No idea.
Skitch Henderson,
Yeah, he did.
Doc Severinsen,
Yep.
Of course he did.
Tommy Newsom,
Yep.
he did.
and Fred DeCordova.
Fred was the executive producer.
Yeah.
So it was Fred DeCordova.
DeCordova, there you go. Buddy Rich played this instrument professionally. Johnny Carson was an enthusiastic amateur.
That's it.
The
drums.
Band, the drums. You
Boy,
got
we're
it.
just
You're
who
knocking it
needs
out
a
of the
peanut
park.
gallery?
Yeah, we don't need him today.
Number 9, 1992, Johnny Carson decided to retire. Robin Williams and this singer were his final guests.
Bette Midler.
Yes.
Didn't know that.
She sang to. Remember, she sat on the desk and sang to Carson. It was
Wow,
it was a
that
tearjerker.
was nice.
Yeah.
All righty. Johnny Carson occasionally joked about the similarity of his first 3 wives' names, Joan, Joanne, and Joanna. What was his 4th wife's name?
Boy, I don't know. I don't remember.
No idea. Myrtle?
No idea.
Nope.
What?
Alexis.
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 Oh.
She's the one that got the fortune.
Yeah.
she's got millions because she was there. It's important to be the last one.
Yeah.
It really
yeah.
is. Dave Rigg, thank you for being here. What do you
Glad
got?
to be here.
You don't have football tonight. You have it tomorrow.
Tomorrow afternoon, 1 o'clock, Edwards County at El Dorado, 1245 on WOKZ.
KZ 105.9. Thank you very much. You have a good week. We're going to see you tonight at the train yard.
Hey, you betcha. And don't forget, it's Corn Dog Day.
Corn Dog, I'll be down there this afternoon.
Yeah.
Don't say anything to
Onward,
anybody.
Fairfield, onward, Fairfield, march right down that line. Take the ball, we want to score a touchdown, one or more. Rah, rah, rah. On to victory, fight for school and fame. Fight, fellows, fight, and we will win this game.
Hey!
Go Bills!
Alexa, play WFIW.
It's time for classic hits from WFIW.
News, talk, sports, and classic rock. This is the station listened to, not just heard. 104.9 WFIW, Fairfield, Illinois.
Time now for the news, brought to you by Boyd Furniture and Mattress Center in downtown Wayne City. See pictures and prices at boydfern.com or follow them on Facebook.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. There's fighting in northern Syria despite a ceasefire with Turkey announced yesterday by Vice President Pence.